Please welcome on stage Vlad Martynov, CEO of Yota.
Good evening everybody, and welcome to YotaPhone 2 launch. 3 years ago, when we decided to start our company, we felt that the needs of smartphone users are changing faster and faster, but the form factor of smartphones didn't change much. In fact, it has stayed basically the same for the last 8 years. We read more and more on our smartphones. We consume more data and services. We rely on more and more applications than ever. But due to hardware limitation of current smartphones, and especially current display technologies, there are a lot of things which are not convenient for us today. And it's not just about the fact you have to charge your phone multiple times per day or carry multiple charging devices with you. It's being afraid, constantly afraid, that the smartphone can die at any moment. And there are a lot of other issues with actually mainstream display technology. For example, you can't read on a smartphone in a direct sunlight. It's actually quite difficult to use smartphone outdoors. What about the fact that you have, with current smartphones, you have to pick up the phone, wake it up, unlock it, make a few clicks before you get access to information you need? That is not convenient. And by the way, it can be really annoying and disturbing because it breaks your natural flow of your conversation or interrupt your meeting. And 3 years ago, we realized we can solve this problem. We can solve this growing consumer frustration, and we invented YotaPhone. The world's first phone with 2 fronts. The whole new category of smartphones. And actually, since we unveiled information about YotaPhone concept, we realized, which happened 2 years ago, we realized that people love it. And actually willing to share ideas, provide feedback, and participate in development of YotaPhone. We learned a lot from them. And we use this knowledge to bring our 2-screen technology to the completely new level, to make YotaPhone more useful, valuable for the mainstream consumers in their everyday lives. I'd like to share with you what YotaPhone 2 does for me, and what's so specific YotaPhone 2 does for me, and what YotaPhone 2 could do for you if you buy one this winter. I use YotaPhone 2 for the last 6 months, and I love it. And I love it for many reasons. One of the reasons, I never worry about my smartphone battery life. With YotaPhone 2, we measure battery life in days, not hours. For example, if you want to read the book, the phone will last for up to 2 days of reading time, where other smartphones can offer you between 10, 15, maybe 20 hours. If you want to use the basic smartphone functions in the power saving mode, we call it YotaEnergy, the phone will last for up to 2 days on a single charge. That's amazing. And the whole idea of YotaEnergy is to preserve essential functions of smartphone when you're running out of battery. And actually, it's by default, it activates when you have 10% charge. But I personally use it much more often, in particular when I travel. I activate this YotaEnergy mode much earlier, just before I go on a business trip, and let me show you why. So right now, I'm in YotaEnergy panel. Turn my switch, and it will recalculate amount of time the phone will last. And if you notice, I don't know, was it clear on the screen, from several hours, it's turned to 2 days. What can I do in this mode? It's quite a lot of things I can do. I can dial the number. I can return my missed calls. I can call to my favorite contact, or I can receive my mails, check my mails, and respond to emails or SMS messages. But one more thing, which I like a lot, it's the feature which is called YotaSnap. With YotaSnap, I can pick up any information or any image from my smartphone, and I can hold it on always-on display for as long as I need. It could be boarding pass, could be map, could be address, anything. So, and it stays there on always-on display, even if the battery dies. From time to time, it can be really, really useful. I already mentioned about reading, that with YotaPhone you can read for up to 5 days. But it's not only books, literature, and novels. It can be anything. RSS feeds, news, documents, emails, your Facebook. If you in direct sunlight, it also is not a problem. But think about the fact, what if you could have on always-on display not only reading capabilities, but you could have the entire universe of Android applications on your always-on display. And that's actually was direct feedback from our users. And we today introducing new brand feature of YotaPhone, which is called Yota Mirror. Here we go. So I just make one simple gesture, and I place Android on always-on display. And now, all kinds of applications I have there available for me on this power-efficient display, which also makes very easy for me to use this application in direct sunlight. For example, I can open my favorite book from Amazon Kindle, or I can open any applications I need. For example, this is the Kindle, or any applications. So that's pretty cool. But Android was not designed for always-on display. That's why we built our own Yota native interface to ensure clean look and high contrast. And we call it YotaPanels. By the way, by configuring YotaPanels, you can get any information or notification you need by simply looking. So compare this to any other ordinary smartphones, where again, you need to pick up the phone, unlock it, make a few clicks before you get what you need. And by the way, average person unlocks the phone 150 to 100 times per day. Basically, every 5 minutes, we spend time, valuable time, unlocking our smartphones. That's crazy. It doesn't have to be this way. And we do it differently at Yota. We came up with a panel with YotaPanels. You can have any information you need at your display, at your panel, always on display, always available to you at a glance. You just need to look, and you know what's happening. And it's updates in real time. YotaPanels, it's a number of widgets. And as we gain momentum on the market, more and more companies are willing to develop and adjust their applications or content on services for always on display. And I'd like to use this opportunity to thank those companies, which should be on the slide right now, for cooperating with us in making user experience with YotaPhone better and more richer. But today, I'm also happy to make an announcement. There is one more company decided to bring their experience and content on YotaPhone. And the company name is Twitter. So we go to YotaPanel, settings menu. We pick up, what's this dashboard? And this is a list of widgets. I hope you can see it. This is some of applications developed by our team, some of applications developed by third-party software partners using our SDK. And I select the Twitter. And right now, I should get my Twitters on the back side of the phone, which is very convenient because I can put the phone in front of me, and I have all new tweets, updates in real time, so I don't even need to touch the phone. There is a new tweet pop-up. So there will be some moments and times when you use YotaPhone when you don't want people around you to see your new tweet or upcoming meeting. We created a single tap feature which covers information panel with an image. And we called it YotaCovers. But YotaCovers is not only about privacy. YotaCovers is also about emotions. Because YotaCovers can bring pictures, photos from your gallery, from Instagram and Facebook, and reminds you about emotional moments of your life. Reminds you about what is important in your life. So this is my panels. I have, by the way, business panel where I have my upcoming meeting, my latest email, my RSS feed, by the way, weather forecast for London. So quite a lot of things. For example, I don't want people to see that my next visit to hairstylist. I can make just one click, and this information panel will be covered by pictures from my gallery. It's the way to be surprised, and it's a way to surprise people around you. By the way, if I activate slideshow, I will randomly see pictures probably I haven't seen for a long period of time. Maybe when my daughter was born, or when I proposed to my wife. That's really emotional feature of our phone. That's why I love YotaPhone. YotaPhone helps me to connect emotionally connected to my friends, family. It reminds me about very important moments in my life. I never worry about battery life. I don't need to make a few clicks before I get what I need. Everything available to me, just at a glance in front of me. This is very convenient, and that's why I love YotaPhone. But what made it all possible? Of course, first of all, it's electronic paper technology, which consumes substantially less power. And let me give you a quick explanation of what it does. Actually, it's two layers. There are a lot of capsules inside, which has gel-like liquid, and within those capsules, the black and white particles. And when you apply the electricity, power or electricity voltage, the particles moving up and down and build the image on the front layer. As soon as image fixed, there is no power consumption anymore. So the image stays there for an hour. It's no power consumption. We consume a little bit of power when we change the image. So that's why this technology is so convenient for all user cases I just described. But this technology was well known before YotaPhone. So we are the first one who integrated this technology into a smartphone. And let me tell you, that was not easy. We have to overcome quite a lot of engineering challenges. You probably know, well, one of the problems was like this technology is very heat sensitive. And you probably know that there is several components inside smartphones generate heat. In particular, like very powerful quad-core processor from Qualcomm Snapdragon, which we use in our YotaPhone 2. This processor generates a lot of heat. We need to make sure the heat distribution is equal, and we manage this in a smart way. So we come up with the whole system how to do it. But the task was not only to solve this problem. The task was how to make the phone is very beautiful, nice, slim, below 9 millimeters. And this model on the backside of the phone is actually quite complex module because it consists of 4 layers, graphite shield to distribute the heat, touch panel, electronic paper display, and Gorilla Glass on top to ensure high durability of the phone. So, and we manage, and I'm very proud of what we managed here, to integrate this technology to make the phone durable and make it look nice. Another thing we did to make our phone elegant was we integrated the SIM slot with volume buttons, which is, from my perspective, also make the phone looking much nicer than any other smartphone. There was a lot of other things which I think was engineering breakthrough in the smartphone industry. But it would not be possible for us to present to you what we're presenting to you and what we're proud of if it wouldn't be our team. And within 3 years, we built very experienced, very talented teams of engineers, team of specialists who can challenge the industry and bring innovation to consumers. And I'd like to use this opportunity to thank my team here, because most of them here, and I would appreciate if we give a round of warm applause for what they achieve. And today, we start sales of YotaPhone 2 in 20 countries. The product will be available at our YotaPhone.com, at our Yota store, online, and through different channel partners all across the Europe and Middle East. And the price in Europe will be €699, and in United Kingdom, £555. But there is another thing I'd like to announce today. We are opening today the first YotaPhone store in London. And by the way, it's just across the corner here. So you will have a chance today to buy the phone and to have a nice Christmas gift for yourself or for your loved ones. Well, with YotaPhone 2, we challenge the industry. We throw ourselves in a competition with big brands into a very high competitive market. And we did it because we sincerely believe that there is a much better way how can consumer interact with smartphones. We also believe that the future of all devices, in the future will feature always-on display, because that will make technology and gadget not just smart, but intelligent smart. That will make them proactive, do stuff for us, collaborate with us in a smart way, in a way that they predict our needs and even anticipate what we need in advance. And YotaPhone 2 is just the first step in this direction, in this vision. And it's not just hardware and software, it's a platform on a path to this evolution. And join us at Yota. Be part of the journey, and you will see more revolutions, not only in the smartphone industry, but in mobile marketing, in enterprise, in education, in many other areas. And 3 years ago, nobody believed that we can build international smartphone business, and we today have 150 employees all across the globe. Nobody believed that we can design and build and deliver innovative, mass-market, state-of-the-art smartphone which set the new standards for industry. And we did it. We did it because we believed that consumers are looking for something new, something better, for a much more intelligent way to communicate. And today, very important moment for us. And I'd like to thank you for being here with us, sharing this historical moment for me, for my team, very emotional one. And right after my presentation, we arrange a hands-on review for you, so you can really test and understand why YotaPhone is so good and why we believe it's a setting new trend in the industry. And I'm really interested, and I would say, please get through to another side of the smartphone. Thank you very much.